Hello, and a very warm welcome back to Life Classroom, the podcast that serves as a cozy living room for us to share and learn from life's lessons together. Have you ever felt like there was a huge welcoming door that was always open to you, and then one day, out of nowhere, that door slams shut in your face? The shock, the sharp sting of pain, and the confusion that follows, that is the feeling of rejection. It can show up in so many ways. It might be confessing your feelings to someone only to hear, "I just see you as a friend." It could be interviewing for your dream job and getting that email that starts with, "Unfortunately." Or it might even be feeling pushed out of a group of friends where you thought you belonged. Whatever the form, the result is the same. An invisible wound that cuts right to the core of our self-worth. Rejection has a way of whispering the cruelest words into our ear. You're not good enough. And that is the most dangerous lie of all. Today in our classroom, we are going to learn how to shout the truth right back. We are going to create a realistic guide for rebuilding our worth and learning how to love yourself, especially on the days the world doesn't choose you. Let's walk through this together.
Before we can even begin to talk about self-love, we have to address the fresh wound right in front of us. Rejection is an emotional pain that scientists have proven is processed in the same area of the brain as physical pain. So it's no wonder it can feel like a literal slap in the face or a genuine ache in your chest. The first step, give yourself permission to fully feel. This is the most important thing. Don't rush to tell yourself to be strong or to just move on. Doing that is like putting a small bandage on a wound that's still bleeding. The feelings of sadness, disappointment, embarrassment, or even anger are all completely normal and valid responses. Give yourself the space to grieve. If you need to cry, cry. If you need to be alone and quiet, do that. Acknowledging and honoring your feelings is the very first act of self-love. It's telling yourself, my feelings are important and I will not judge them. The second step, separate the rejection from your worth. This is the most critical mental trap to avoid. When we are rejected, our brain's immediate shortcut is to conclude it's because I'm not good enough. But in reality, these are two completely separate things. Think of it this way. Imagine you absolutely love pizza, but your friend can't stand it. Does your friend's dislike of pizza make pizza any less delicious or valuable? Of course not. It's just a matter of taste or preference. Rejection works the same way. When a person, a company, or a group doesn't choose you, it is a reflection of their needs, their criteria, or their circumstances. It is not a final verdict on your total value as a human being. Repeating this truth to yourself, "This is a mismatch, not a measure of my worth," can help pull you out of the quicksand of self-blame. The final step in this stage is to create a safe space for yourself. When your heart is at its most fragile, you need to be incredibly kind to yourself. Step away from the situation or people that make you feel worse, even if it's just for a little while. Maybe that means muting social media notifications for a day, telling a friend you need some space, and doing something that is genuinely comforting, whether it's watching your favorite movie, hugging a pet, or listening to an uplifting playlist. This stage is about first aid. You don't need to think about the long-term future yet. Just focus on gently getting your heart through these first painful hours.
After we've applied some first aid and can breathe a little more deeply, it's time to do the deeper work, managing the inner critic that rejection has awakened. The first step? Switch from being the accused to being the investigative journalist. Our inner critic often acts like a prosecutor, constantly accusing us. "See, it's because you're awkward," or "it's because you're not talented enough." Your job is to become a journalist who fact-checks these claims. When that voice says, "I'm so uninteresting," the journalist inside you should ask, "Is that really true? What's the evidence? What about my best friend who loves talking to me for hours? What about that project I successfully completed?" Countering emotional feelings with hard facts can break the cycle of negative thinking. Try writing down a list of your good qualities or small achievements. This becomes your evidence file to prove that your inner critic is lying. The second step, change the question from why to for what. The question, "Why didn't they choose me?" is a bottomless pit. It will only lead you to despair because you can never know the 100% complete and honest answer. Try asking a more empowering question instead. For what purpose did this rejection happen? Maybe not getting that job happened for the purpose of freeing you up for an even better opportunity down the road. Maybe that person rejecting you happened for the purpose of making space for someone who will see and appreciate your true value. Or maybe it happened for the purpose of forcing you to learn the most important lesson of all, how to love and value yourself without needing anyone else's approval. Changing the question shifts your identity from a victim of circumstance to a student looking for a lesson in growth. The final step in this stage, practice speaking to yourself with self-compassion. Imagine your best friend was going through this. What would you say to them? You wouldn't say, "Well, it's your own fault," would you? You would probably hug them and say, "It's okay. You are wonderful, and this is not a reflection of you." We must learn to use that same tone of voice with ourselves. Look in the mirror and say, "I know you're hurting, and it's okay to feel this way. I'm right here with you." Being your own best friend in your moment of need is the ultimate act of self-love.
And now we get to the most important part. Self-love isn't just a thought. It is a concrete action. We are going to transform the negative energy of this pain into fuel for taking care of and upgrading our own lives. Action number 1, reconnect with your body, the only true home you will ever have. When we're hurting, we tend to neglect our bodies, right? We eat junk food, lose sleep, stop moving. This is a form of self-punishment. Reconnecting with your body is a physical act that sends a clear message to your brain. I am valuable and I deserve to be cared for. Move your body. It doesn't have to be a marathon. A simple walk in the sun, dancing in your room, or some gentle yoga can release feel-good chemicals in your brain. Eat nourishing food. Eat food that makes you feel good from the inside out, not just for a moment of comfort. Get restorative sleep. Sleep is the ultimate repair mechanism for both your body and your mind. Action number 2, reconnect with your identity and your people. Rejection makes us feel isolated. The antidote is connection. Connect with something that makes you feel capable. Go back to a hobby or a task that you know you're good at, whether it's cooking, painting, organizing, or playing a video game. Feeling a sense of mastery, no matter how small, helps to rebuild your confidence. Connect with your tribe. Call the friends or family who love you unconditionally. Spend time with the people who make you feel good about yourself. Receiving love and acceptance from them will help to erase the lie that you are unwanted. Action number 3, invest in your future self. Turn your disappointment into motivation. Use this time as an opportunity to invest in you. Learn a new skill. Is there an online course you've been wanting to take? A book you've been meaning to read? Adding to your skills is a tangible way of adding to your value. Set a small personal goal. Maybe it's a savings goal, planning a solo trip, or completing a small personal project that has nothing to do with anyone else. Accomplishing something for yourself is a powerful way to restore your sense of pride. Taking these actions is you, telling the universe and telling yourself, even if that door closed, I have the power to build a new and better one for myself.
We've now reached the end of our session in the Life Classroom today. We've journeyed through the pain of rejection, from applying emotional first aid to changing our inner dialogue, and finally to taking real action to love ourselves. To everyone listening who is currently facing a slammed door, I want you to know this. Rejection is not a destination. It does not define you. It is a redirection. Think of the blacksmith. For a piece of iron to become a strong, beautiful sword, it must be heated in a scorching fire and hammered repeatedly. Rejection is the fire and the hammer that life uses to forge us into something stronger. It burns away our insecurities and beats us into a shape that is more resilient and more beautiful than before. That closed door might just be the greatest gift the universe could have given you, because it forced you to stop walking down a path that wasn't meant for you and to turn around and find the path that leads you back to your true home, self-love and self-acceptance. Thank you for spending this important time in our classroom. May you get through this with strength and come out shining even more brightly as your true, authentic self. I'll see you again in our next episode of Life Classroom. Until then, take good care.